When's the last time you raved about somebody like you did Victor Wembanyama?
Wow. Probably Zion Williamson in college, something like that, or LeBron, Kevin Durant, when they were in college. And
How would you describe his game?
he's like a 7'6" praying mantis that has the skills of a 6'1" guard.
In the last couple of years, we've seen an influx of a new breed of players. Giants who move as fluid as wings and handles the rock like guards while shooting with insane precision. They were so rare that we call them unicorns. But see, one dude has taken the term unicorn to a whole new level this season and turned it into something like this.
Guarded by Washington. Wembanyama, the save, the reverse.
Ladies and gentlemen, the conspiracy theories were true. The alien has arrived, and Victor Wembanyama is turning the NBA into Area 51. Just 5 games into this new season, Wemby has single-handedly put the entire league on notice, averaging 30.2 points, 14.6 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 1.4 steals, 4.8 blocks, while shooting 56.3% from the field and 31.3% from three. These kinds of stat lines aren't just historic, these are intergalactic, and today we'll be delving deep beyond these crazy numbers and break down exactly how Victor Wembanyama is destroying the NBA.
He can block shot like Rudy, but shoot like KD. Bro, crazy.
In the last 49 years, the San Antonio Spurs have never had a perfect start to a season until now. See, this ain't some dumb luck or just random stuff happening. These young bloods are for real, and after missing out on the playoffs in the last 6 seasons, it looks like they're now ready to get back on track with the pieces they have right now. And speaking of which, this Spurs team has all the talent in the world to compete with the best of them. Devin Vassell is dropping almost 17 in their first 5 games. Last year's Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle, and this year's number 2 overall pick, Dylan Harper, are also hooping like crazy. But see, their hot start wouldn't be possible without the slender man in the middle. Wemby is finally unleashed, and he has been putting up alien numbers while leading the league in rebounds and blocks. In year 1, he already teased us with what he can do, easily bagging the ROY by a mile. But even though his numbers spiked across the board, in year 2, he was sidelined and limited to only 46 games due to a blood clot injury in his shoulder. In just 2 seasons, Wemby has already experienced the kind of growing pains that usually take other players years to go through. And after bulking up this offseason and going through some intense spiritual retreat with Shaolin monks in China, we got ourselves a physically and mentally tougher Wemby in year 3. And as we're going to break down the last 5 games, you'll see that this current version of Wemby spells bad news for the rest of the league. The alien invasion began when the Spurs visited the Mavs on opening night. This game was supposed to be Cooper Flag's coming out party. However, the Slender Man had other plans in mind as he played spoiler at the number 1 overall pick's debut. I mean, just 3 minutes into the game, he just puts Flag and AD on the same poster with this right-handed hammer.
Pressure from Dallas. Try to slow the advance. Oh my!
Then moments later, Wemby goes for a give and go and gives Derek Lively a nasty facial in the process. But see, those were just tasty appetizers, because in this next play, Wemby served the main dish that blew everyone's mind.
Wembanyama, the save, the reverse.
Folks, that's a 7'4" dude doing a Zach LaVine-ish reverse dunk in game and on traffic. Damn, that's just unfair. Now after that, he made Anthony Davis look like Glenn Davis, just destroying the 10-time All-Star on both ends. And in the third, Wemby showcased his deep bag with this mind-boggling play.
What do you do? Wemby 3, you bet!
Against Cooper Flag and the Mavs, Wembanyama was simply a monster, dropping 40 points, grabbing 15 rebounds, tallying 3 block shots on a crazy 71% shooting from the field and 81% from the line. Anyway, 2 days after he laid waste in Texas, Wemby and the Spurs traveled to the Big Easy to face another freak of nature. It was the alien versus Big Tasty. And right from the jump, the slender man shows Zion who's the boss in the paint.
Z bangs, gets inside, block, stays with it, blocked again.
Then after dropping a midi bucket on his head, Zion tried his luck once again. I mean, look at this. He tries to bully ball Wemby underneath using his wide shoulders. But see, Wemby has gone to the weight room this summer, and so he stood his ground and swatted Zion's attempt like he was just a 5th grader. Moments later, it was Jordan Poole's time to shoot his shot. But just like what happened to the table eater, Wemby returned it to the sender.
Tyre take the lead with a 3 here. Poole set away by Wembanyama.
Meanwhile, at the other end of the floor, Wemby is just toying with the Pelicans defense as if they're just practice cones. Despite the game going to OT, the Spurs held on to a 120-116 victory behind Wemby's defensive dominance as he flirted with a triple-double headlined by his 9 blocks. Now, after punishing the Pels, Wemby brought his alien act against the Nets in their home opener. And as expected, the Big Vic block party was still inviting guests in the first frame.
Season, Saraf, blocked by Wembanyama.
Then in the next quarter, Wemby strutted his footwork and showcased his range before dunking on 3 black shirts. And before the first half ends, Wemby capped things off with another insane sequence.
Spurs want it. Wembanyama wants it. From the logo.
Vic kept doing extraterrestrial stuff in the second half, and when the final buzzer sounded off, Wemby dropped another 31, 14, 4, and 6 to prove that he's a basketball anomaly. Now, having seen the wreckage that Wemby has caused in the last 3 games, the visiting Raptors took a different approach in the following game. I mean, no Raptor dared to take a shot around Wemby's airspace, but see, even though he only had 1 block, that didn't stop Wemby from doing damage on the other end. Coming off a pin down, he goes for the rip through, and check this out. He pulls a 360 out of nowhere and glides like a UFO to get the layup to drop.
Catching, ripping through, and a 360 layup.
And moments later, he goes for a behind the back like Kyrie, then lasers one into Vassell on the break. Wemby continued his scoring rampage throughout the rest of the way. And though it appeared that he had an off night, Wemby still finished with a double-double of 24 points, 15 rebounds, to go along with 4 assists and 1 block. Anyway, the last stop on the Wemby's I'm a Genetic Freak tour was against the Miami Heat. But unlike the previous game, where Wemby would dominate the game right away, it was Bam Adebayo who sent a strong message first.
Adebayo driving this time and dunks it hard.
Though that was an impressive throwdown, that incident only fueled the fire inside Wemby. And so in the third, the alien sought revenge and completely owned the Heat.
To Victor with the one hand, popped it back.
Wemby was simply everywhere. He single-handedly ripped the Heat on both ends, denying shots on the break while dropping bucket after bucket. And in the end, Big Vic crushed the Heat by stuffing the stat sheet. 27 points, 18 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 blocks. And folks, that's Victor Wembanyama for you. A super maxed out video game character that's wreaking havoc in real life basketball. I mean, in the last 5 games, Wemby has already recorded 18 blocks. That's more than 27 other teams in the NBA. We're not talking about players, but total blocks of NBA teams. He leads the NBA in rebounds. On top of that, he's only the 2nd player in NBA history to average at least 30 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 blocks through the first 5 games of a season since 1973-74. I mean, guys, this is insane. The dude barely at the legal drinking age, and he's already putting up MVP numbers. And as long as he stays healthy, this Spurs squad could stir up some serious trouble come playoff time. Anyway, that's about it for today's vid. And if you enjoyed this content, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you'll be on the loop when the next video drops. Now, I know that you had fun watching Wemby terrorize the NBA in just 5 games, but I'm pretty sure you'll love to see the Black Mamba seek revenge against his trash talkers. And as always, thank you for watching. See you next time. Peace.